One of my friends gave me the red pills. I'm never taking that shit again.
Are we rolling?
No, we're not rolling.
Are we rolling?
Oh shit, we rolling.
Listen, welcome back.
7-Eleven special.
Welcome back to a very exclusive episode of the JAXXON podcast. We have the one and only, the greatest podcast co-host of all time, Rampage JAXXON. We have our co-host back from Dubai and Turkey, Luke Rockhold. We have a very special guest in the house, Thug Rose, ladies and gentlemen. And we got Pat Barry. Big round of applause.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah.
And I apologize about Bear being late.
Yeah, it's all right.
He's always busy, this guy.
It's just, he sends me on these errands. Go to 7-Eleven, grab me the black rhinos. I'm like, God damn it. So I have to leave the podcast and then go get these things and then bring them back to him. I'm like, why? Why do you need this for a podcast?
How do you even know about some rhinos? How do you know about that?
Is it crazy? He does look like a caramel candy. He was saying that when you walked in. He said, Rampage looked like a ginormous caramel candy from C's. I said, damn, no, he looked more like peanut brittle.
C's.
C's.
You keep fucking with you could be seize these nuts in your mouth.
Okay, that's
Rampage, I thought that the red rhinos, no? Red?
No. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Before we jump into the podcast, is it true that you're still feeling the side effects of the red rhinos from last night?
So how was y'all flight?
About that.
Yeah, how was y'all flight in? Where you guys coming from?
Denver, Colorado.
Oh.
Yeah. So wasn't too bad of a flight.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
You find that's an advantage for you when you fight at altitude?
It can be, yeah. Especially like when we fight in Vegas, I feel like that's the best. It's like similar climate, like dry and stuff. But I think sometimes when you go like down to sea level, sometimes or like somewhere like I don't know, Florida or something like that, it could be a little hard to breathe sometimes because it's so thick. Yeah.
Oh, for real? That bothers you? Oh.
I mean, I don't know. It's just so different.
hot.
But honestly, yeah. But I definitely felt great fighting in Denver, just this past, Saturday. Yeah.
It's great up there.
It's not.
Well, I love it. I love Denver.
I was going to say.
I went up there for a month to try to adjust.
I've been there. I've been there for 10 years.
In Denver?
Bruh, that acclimation is a lie.
Really?
That don't happen.
I think it just makes you mentally tough,
I've been there for 10 years, bro. I'm still walking up and down the stairs, breathing heavy.
But I'm going to tell you something. This is what I read. I read that different blood types do better at high and low altitude.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm blood type B positive, and my blood type is good for high altitude. I do fine in high altitude.
Yeah.
I just got to acclimate like at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would say that your cardio is at an all-time high?
When?
Right now?
No.
Yeah.
All-time low right now, to be honest.
I mean, you look like you're getting in shape.
I'm getting in shape, but I fell off. I did that pro wrestling match in Japan.
Yeah.
I took a break from training because I trained really hard for that. So I'm like, now today I started back.
Yeah, that's good. How you feel?
I feel good. Good. I don't feel 46.
46?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't feel 46.
You look like you're 30, 31.
Oh, thank you. That's the nicest thing he ever said. How old are you now?
In dog years. So
Wow.
Damn.
one thing I want to jump into off the break is, as our most requested guest in the JAXXON podcast Discord, we were talking about weight classes. We were talking about fighters, and me and Rampage this weekend, we just saw the big fight. We saw Jake Paul fight Mike Perry, and everybody keeps talking about weight classes and how much difference weight means, right? We see Jake Paul now calling out Luke Rockhold. We see a lot of different things happening right now in the landscape of MMA and boxing. Yeah, he did. It's okay. We'll get to it. One thing I want to know is, what was the main reason for moving up in weight for you?
Yeah, just for me personally, like everybody's different, but the weight class to 115 was starting to get a little rough. Just each time I was doing it, it's just getting a little harder. Like mentally, I was like better at it, but physically, I could just tell it was taking its toll. But then not only that, I just was fighting the same people at 115, and then I already beat Whaley twice, and then I lost my belt to Carla, and then like she ended up getting beat by Whaley. It's just kind of the same thing. So I was just like, I don't know, to get up to fight her a third time was a little bit like tough in my mind. I mean, not to say I couldn't do it like later on for the right price, but I don't know. It's just like, I also always had a goal to become 2-division champion as well. And I feel like I'm at the right, like perfect amount of time to be able to do that. And I knew that it wasn't just going to be like just super easy to go right in there right away. So it was going to take some time to build up that momentum. And I'm at the perfect age right now where I have that time. And yeah, here we are.
What is it about fighting the same people? Is it getting like boring, like the training camps and stuff?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've had so many rematches, and then just like thinking about the same person, and then I don't know. I mean, for me, like fighting is it's more, I mean, a lot of people do it for like entertainment and things like that. For me, it's all about education. I'm trying to learn something, like try to apply what I'm learning to the fight, you know? So, so to fight the same person is kind of sucks, yeah.
I always thought about that, how those guys at K1 do it. They fight each other over. Remember the K1 back then?
That's the best.
Well, you fighting the same?
I fight the same dude every Saturday, man. That's the best. That's
Why,
You get comfortable.
Why do you like that?
because I know the guy already, man. You don't have to, there's no
Kickboxing
mystery,
is
but-
different, though, I feel like.
Yeah, it's more simple.
Yeah,
It's brutal though too. At the same time,
it is.
just banging shins and just cracking each other left and right. There's no easy way out. You know. What I mean?
Yeah.
But get hit pain isn't as bad as on your back tired pain.
we all appropriate differently.
I mean, you had an amazing career. Obviously, you're very seasoned as a trainer, as a fighter, and now obviously helping with the amazing career we've seen so far. What do you think one of the biggest attributes is from you as a fighter, being able to train at such a high level now and train fighters?
I think the part that makes it the best is that I'm recently out of my career. I think that's what makes it make the most. The things that I'm talking about and showing and the work that we're doing, it's because I'm fresh out of the game, not stopped fighting 20 years ago and now I'm just sitting on a stool talking. You know what I mean? So I can still, like I said, brand new out of it. And then really my career, as it started going down, Roses took off.
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough to be able to jump onto the train with her and still keep growing. So I mean, we're actively always doing things, meeting new people, like training with different people. But it's just the level of understanding that I have now versus back when I was fighting myself.
Do you have a lot more other fighters? Or?
No. Alonzo Minifield, I work with. He's a 205er in the UFC. I work with him whenever I get the opportunity to. But
It's a little hard. I'm a little demanding.
it's just
Definitely. Yeah.
Is she a diva? Is she hard work or is it easy work?
it just takes a lot. It's not more. It's because it's more than just. It's more than just punching and kicking and working out. It's punch, kick, work out, but then we also live together and wake up together.
Balance our relationship too.
There's a lot that goes into it. So a lot of I haven't learned yet how to give my attention and emotions to one person and then someone else and then someone else and then someone else. I'm getting better at that, but that's why I work with like one or two other people on this side. But like I said, Alonzo Minifield is the only one as of recent that I've been working with.
Do he live with you too?
No, not
when he's in town.
When he's in
property,
town,
so,
yes, but no, he's in Dallas.
Do you get mad at him sometime and take it home with you and when he's coaching you? 'Cause I get mad at my coaches.
I mean, yeah, it does happen. Yeah, right now we're like in a really good spot, but I always need to
Just one. You just whooped that ass, of course.
I know.
Hey, I mean, like,
He laughs. He's like, thank you.
No, right now everything's great.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so
I always gotta know why I'm doing something though, and I think he like is frustrated sometimes if I'm like, but wait, why? And then he's gotta be like, just do it.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
know.
Just why? Break that down for me, because a lot of fighters do say that they love when a coach can explain to them.
Yeah.
Corey Sandhagen had said the same thing.
Yeah.
Frank Shamrock. They want, if a coach says something, they want to know why.
Yeah. I mean, I had to think about that. I think it's just because I think you just know how to apply it better, and like you'll know in what context. So, because like, he'll shout out great things in the corner sometimes, or even like other people in the corner will shout out the perfect thing every once in a while. But then sometimes it's like you just don't see it there, and you're standing from a different vantage point. So it's just all about, I don't know.
I think it comes down to you as a fighter versus other fighters. I feel like you're very intuitive and you go off your own like kind of rhythm and movement. So it's like you very have to listen. It's got to make sense for you. Whereas a lot of fighters like the Cain Velasquez type, you tell this motherfucker what to do and he'd do it.
Right.
And there's no other way. He's got to be told what to do.
Yeah.
But like on your side, I think it's a little different.
Yeah, I'm a overthinker. I'm very deep, so it's like
Punch her in the fucking head.
I'm like, wait, but let me do some
She's
calculations.
like, well, why? It's like, well,
Let me see. Yeah, it's like my greatest strength, but I feel like all fighters, whatever their greatest strength is usually also their greatest weakness, know. And so my mind can work for me and it can work against me.
So Pat, as a head coach, official head coach, how do you look at camp? Like going into this fight, how do you look at camp of what Rose needs versus what you think she wants versus the balance so she feels like she's getting the best out of camp? Because we do see a lot of coaches come on the podcast too. It seems like everybody has their own philosophy on how to make a fighter feel their best.
with Rose over the 10 plus years that we've been doing this, I've learned, or at least the thing that makes the most sense is to make sure that every day we have like a general idea of what training camp is going to be like and what practice is going to be like. But a lot of those decisions are made daily. Like a lot of those decisions are made daily to try to keep the balance.
I always make my list and for training camps. I have a list of things I want to do.
What's on this list?
Just like, different striking stuff, or a lot of the stuff that I like to cover is like just different positions. Like if something happens in training or just something pops into my mind. Like for example, before this fight even got like announced, Valentina, she came into town and we ended up grappling with each other and I did really well, but there was one area where she got me a body triangle and I was like having trouble escaping that. And so that just kind of stuck in my mind, even though the girl I was fighting or was supposed to fight, Macy, she doesn't really do body triangles that much, but I still was like, I want to address that because you never know. And then sure enough, we addressed it and then the fight got switched to Tracy. And then it was like, good, we addressed that because she does do body triangles, or at least earlier in her career. So it was just, I always just try to take whatever inspiration comes to me, like, and just be like, oh, this is what I want to work on right now. And sometimes you got to review things. Sometimes it's just like, I haven't done body triangle escapes in a while. So,
man, yeah. Rose gets hit with one jab at practice, and now we're doing jab defense for the next 5 weeks. It's like, what about everything else? She's like, that one jab.
Is that attention to detail, you think, the reason why you became a 2-time women's strawweight champion?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, yeah, if I feel like there's just something that I didn't cover or something that was just like, should have did that, then, yeah, I'm going into the fight like, just not good. Yeah. Like, for example, like the Andrade fight, like when I got slammed on my head, there was a certain, like, we didn't cover that particular defense to her takedowns. And or I did, but I wasn't, I didn't have it completely figured out and going into it. I mean, there was a bunch of other stuff. There were like millions of other things that went wrong with that. But just like from a physical, technical standpoint, that was something that I didn't cover.
I always feel like it's not enough time in a day to cover everything that can happen in an MMA fight.
That's why it's daily.
And it is where your personal growth is, right? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it is just where you're at, I think. And that's why I say, you got to like review everything. Because I mean, you've been doing this for forever. So it's like you've pretty much done everything.
Whoa.
So am I.
Damn. She said you old.
I think I called a dinosaur.
She said you old. She said you look like a Willy Mammoth. Old, big and old and thick. Damn.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
You had to say all that around him.
He's gonna run with it. I should have shut up myself.
Say all that around him. Damn. I still
25 years I've been in this game.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
No, you haven't. That's a quarter of a century.
I know what 25 years is.
Really? You've been fighting that long?
Yeah.
Damn, that is old. And you still look young though, but you look like 50 Cent. You still look young. What?
Who he look like? Who the Bear look like?
I know.
Bear.
I think about that.
Bear is either.
It's crazy.
Bear is either the most in shape 57-year-old guy ever, or he's a terrible looking 30.
Yo, Pat Barry from the top ropes.
Solid.
Pat Barry from the top ropes. God damn, 2 years I've been bugging him to get on the podcast. That's what I did.
Pat Barry, our new co-host.
Flying co-host.
Yeah, but no, it's just like I forgot what I was saying, but I don't know. Like you've probably done every move that there could possibly be done, at some point, or at least anything that you need in a fight. It's just it's all about. I think you just got to review stuff.
Just a little review.
Yeah.
Like I said, we go over daily. Like there are some days. I mean, we have an outline of what the week is going to look like, but there are days when she wakes up in the morning. It's like, all right, this isn't the time for a 10-mile run. This isn't the time to go and just do 15 rounds of grappling or whatever. So it might change based on.
Yeah, I think that's mainly
her
his
facial
job is to
expression in the
see,
morning.
what I'm feeling like that day too.
It's probably easy to coach someone like her, but my coaches they never let me make decisions because throughout my whole career they always looked at me as like somebody who didn't want to train. But I train hard. I just voiced that I don't like training, but I train hard when it's time for me to train for my training camps. So I just listen to what they say. If I didn't feel like running.
Well, if you wouldn't be doing it this long if you didn't like doing it, But I think you just.
I like fighting.
Yeah.
I like fighting, but I hate the training.
Just the preparation.
What's the difference?
Okay. Yeah.
What's the difference?
It's a difference, bro.
It's a huge difference.
Well, this guy loves training. He trains 7 days a week. What's the difference?
I mix it up. I definitely take my time away from, but it takes a lot to, once you have a fight, to know you have to put in the right work, because I don't want to go to a fight unprepared.
Yeah.
I think I enjoy, I mean, up until this point, like for most of my career, I actually enjoyed training more than I did the fight. And now I feel like it's kind of switching. I feel like I enjoy the training more now too, but I think I'm finally starting to enjoy I don't know, just the performance, you know.
Yeah, you guys got to remember, when I was young, I had to train for a 10-minute round. That training was hard.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard, bro.
Yeah, I wonder. What's the difference to you, like that break in between? I feel like that's like kind of vital.
Yeah, we used to get a 2-minute break.
Okay.
We used to get a 2-minute break in between. But so if I'm training for 10 minutes, I used to train 11 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's hard training for a 10-minute round.
Yeah.
And I think that took a lot out of my body over the years. Mm-hmm. And even when I'm injured, that's why I stopped liking it. I used to love training, but when I got injured and stuff like that, you still got to train.
Yeah.
And I was fighting 6 times a year.
Yeah.
Over in Japan, it was a lot of work.
Do you feel like in 10 minutes you like kind of run out of ideas of what to do sometimes? Like you're just like, we're still fighting.
No,
how many power bombs can I do in 10 minutes?
No, I always been the type of fighter. I fought off instinct. Like I never had game plans. I never game planned for certain people. But I've only watched one fighter's tape. After that, I'd never watch another fighter's tape. I just do what my coaches tell me to do.
Okay.
And whatever they train, like whatever combos they want me to do, they knew that they just had to like do it over and over in training camp, and most likely I would do it in my fight.
Yeah,
and that's the type of fighter I was. I just went off instinct, so I never ran out of ideas. I had ideas of what I wanted to do in the fight, but most of the time I never did it. I always wanted to do that uppercut from Street Fighter.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, you could.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do that shit, but I was like, I never pulled it off.
Yeah.
Why you let that was my dream to be a Street Fighter. Why you I saw you laughing.
I could imagine you running around the cage like Sonic the Hedgehog, streaming these things. It's crazy.
Sonic the Hedgehog got nothing to do with kickboxing.
Isn't that the guy from the character?
No, he got nothing to do with kickboxing.
Bowser?
Street Fighter.
What was the character's name?
Street Fighter.
Bowser?
No, it was
the last boss.
What was his name? Sagat, the TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Bison. Sagat was the TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Sagat was the TIE fighter.
So it's not Bowser?
Bowser's from Super Mario.
Princess Peach? Is it Princess Peach? Is that who you wanted to be like growing up? Princess Peach?
How you get the name Thug? Well, you used to rob people and stuff?
No, very on the contrary. I just I was always just like when I was a little girl, I mean, I was definitely like the most weakest looking girl compared to everybody around me. And so just growing up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, there's always somebody that's going to say something to you walking down the street or just something, you know. And so, there's a Jamaican family that lived next to us. Her name was Erica Gibbs, and she just saw my demeanor because I didn't really have a good sense of humor either. I didn't have good comebacks or nothing. So I just like had to defend myself with just like a tough demeanor. And so if I got picked on, I'd, end up punching you or something like that. So
damn.
Yeah.
Damn. I thought she was robbing people.
No.
So you got into street fights growing up?
Oh yeah, sometimes little scuffles here and there, or just like, I mean, a lot of times we just end up, trying to figure out fighting with each other, like just our friends and stuff.
So saying you never robbed a 7-Eleven or nothing like that?
Not at all.
That's
no.
crazy. I thought you told me that she was robbing liquor stores.
I thought she was robbing liquor stores.
Rampage was hyping you up, saying, "Yo, she used to rob liquor stores. That's how she got her name."
Now I gotta do it.
Damn, I believed you.
Yeah.
That's why I tell you I don't believe you when you be telling me things.
Well, I'm telling that's what I heard around the campfire.
Yeah.
No.
So one thing I want to know: moving to flyweight, obviously 125, 2-1 in the division. Why move when you have 2 wins over current champ Weili? Why move up?
Because if all I was concerned about was doing something that I know I could do and already have done, then it'd just be kind of pointless.
That's where the fights get dangerous.
Yeah.
Is when you think you got it in the bag already.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think, imagine that. Like the first time I fought Weili, it was like the training for it was like, it's Weili, so every day was just like my motivation was just higher, So I'm like, I don't know. And then the second time it was I didn't even want to rematch her, but it was what the UFC wanted. Like I already knocked her out. I did that to Joanna. I knocked her out. Why do I have to rematch? But yeah, so it's just it's the motivation has to be there.
Serious question though about Wei Lee. You got her phone number?
No, I could find it.
You think she like dark meat? I'm asking for a friend.
Like for you?
I'm asking for a friend.
Like you're into her?
No, I'm asking for a friend.
Why don't you do me a favor? Shoot your best shot. We'll clip it. We'll send it on Instagram.
No,
what would you say to her?
You might have a chance.
You think I might have a chance?
I think
what would
you
you
might
say
have
to
a
her?
You say what?
If she was watching, what would you say to her?
She speak English, right?
She do a little bit.
I'll translate.
Getting
You don't know no Chinese or anything?
No,
I'll translate.
I just know,
Mandarin or whatever they speak.
No, I just know how to say thank you. That's all.
Yeah,
I know, I just know how to say thank you in like 25 different languages.
So what would you say to her if she
I'm
walked in?
not giving you my Riz. You might go try to steal my shit.
Your Riz. Oh, he been watching TikTok.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Hey, the fact that Rampage knew the word Riz, you've been watching a lot of TikTok.
I got teenage kids. Come on, man.
Riz. Luke just said what's
I
Riz.
just found
Explain
out
it to
what
him.
that meant.
Charisma.
Hey, Pat, do you know what Riz is?
Yeah, we just learned that term.
Heard.
What do you mean, Pat? You know what it is?
I have heard.
Rose knows what it is. I know what it is.
game,
Pat
yeah.
knows what it is. Rampage knows what it is. Luke, you don't know what it is?
I'm not on TikTok, dog.
You're not on TikTok?
I'm not on TikTok, and I don't coach girls. You know. I know.
Hey,
Luke's having a rough day, guys. Luke's having a rough day. You guys gotta go light on him.
I can see Luke doing those popular trend dances and shit. He should be on TikTok.
Yeah, that's how you do.
No, hell no.
Hey, Rampage is
We're
all
not
about this.
doing that.
All about
Luke's having a rough day. Jake Paul called him out after his massive win over Jake Perry. Jake Paul is basically
Jake Perry?
Mike Perry.
Oh, Mike.
What happened?
You replied?
I will be replying shortly. My phone's got to be on silent for this podcast.
Oh, got you. More important.
A little
things.
tied up at the time. More important than you. It's like, hey, no, but I think it comes down to like you're asking. It's new challenges. I feel like you're more revitalized now.
Yeah.
I've been through it. Like I was Strikeforce champ, then I got the UFC title. And I was like, it almost like what's next kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mentality.
100%.
But then like I left for a while. And like after COVID, I came back and I was more hungry to kind of prove myself.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen you go through a lot of like these hills and valleys, and then like you feel like you get more motivation and new challenges and something different.
Yeah, I mean, and like the personal life always plays a factor into things and whatnot. So it's just all about having that right motivation, having that I want to become 2-division champ. That's the real reason.
I love it.
But also the weight cut was getting difficult.
Yeah, I love it. And I want to know from Pat, can you walk me through going up in weight as a coach, the camp? What is different now at this heavier weight?
Oh, we're eating a lot more. we're eating a lot. I was losing weight at strawweight, man. Like we're eating a lot more. There's it's not 50 miles a week of running anymore. No, it's shorter runs, but now more aerodyne, other explosive things. But really, more than anything else, we get to lift, we get to eat more. I mean, we're still dieting and this and that, but it's just the amount. And I'm a heavyweight, so I don't care what it is. I just want a lot of it. You know what I mean?
Big road work?
Huh?
Big on the road work?
Rose is a runner for days, man. She's a runner first. Like she's been a runner forever.
I used and now it's a little bit less because of the going up in weight and but I still run not to lose weight, but just to mainly for my mental and like if it helps me clear my mind more than anything else.
You think it's good cardio? Some people say it's not good for me.
I mean,
I think it's good.
I think it's good. I mean, it's not like the end all be all. I mean, I think it's good to mix up your cardio and like, I mean, you should be doing your pads, for like in your everything else, right? Like fight specific. But I do feel, I mean, there's a reason that boxers run so much.
It's great mental cardio.
Yeah, and just to be on your toes, I think that whole time.
You run as a heavyweight? Would you run?
No, my not at all. The weakest, not at all. My weakest 3 attributes were diet, running long distance, and stretching. Those are my biggest 3 weaknesses. Bruh, it doesn't.
It's not for everybody.
It feels good.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Stretching can't
It
suck
only
sometimes.
hurts.
That foot up there.
Hey, Luke.
But he's pretty flexible still, though.
Yeah, Luke probably offended because Luke is so flexible. One time I came in here unannounced and he was kissing his own balls.
Oh no.
Yeah, Luke's into these weird acrobatic
man.
positions, and he tells us it's good for your
TMI.
mental. I said, I don't know how good that is for my mental, brother. I don't really need to go through the day trying to figure out how to kiss my own balls.
No,
Rampage don't even
absolutely
attempt
not.
it. That's where Rampage is at.
No, I can't touch my toes right now.
So this last fight, we saw
never.
your confidence level, we saw your striking, but there was something different about you. When we rewatched the fights, I was with TJ, I was with Rampage and Luke, and your striking seems sharper than it's ever been, but your confidence, there was something about you. Like you had a little bit of different grit or moxie. I don't quite know how to pinpoint it. What it is.
Man, I've been going through a lot these last few years, and I just, my relationship with God has gotten really like solid. Like that's the main thing. And then everything else from there, there's just ripple effects of just like, I think the mind, body, and spirit, like spirit, mind, and then body. I think that's the main thing. Yeah.
What it seems like as of recently, over the last year, it seems like all of a sudden everything made sense. Mm-hmm. Like all of the techniques that we've been working on, all the questions stopped this last training camp. There was no more how come and why. You know what I mean? It was just because it's the same thing I've been saying for 10 years. You know what I mean? So it made something, the last little thing connected. And then all of a sudden it made sense. Everything started making sense. So she was able to perform to the best of her abilities. The preparation was great. I mean, Rose was ready enough that even we in the corner weren't worried. You know what I mean? Like it everything's going great. Something has to be wrong. Yeah, that type of scenario. But all the way ready through the training camp, everything made sense. The preparation was perfect. And then even with the switch up, it didn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you get more nervous for her fights than your own fights?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hate that feeling.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I also enjoy. I get nervous, but my nervousness isn't regular nervous. It's because I'm in charge of the preparation. So by the time we get there, I know that she's done everything that needs to be done in order to be ready for a fight. That doesn't guarantee a win, but in order to be ready to perform, by the time we get there, my nervousness is not so much, only because I was there every day making sure everything was ready.
That's what I love about MMA. It's so unpredictable. It sometimes sucks even when I go out there and I think I'm just going to mollywop this guy. Anything can happen in MMA. Yeah, you could be winning a fight, then get caught with a choke or. That's what I think.
That's why I don't know how people bet on fights. You have to. I think it's no matter who it is and no matter what they've done to prepare, it's 50-50 once the bell rings.
Exactly.
Like anybody can win.
And I think that's what it is. It's like I have a peace. I think I have a peace that kind of surpasses all understanding right now, because it's like before I was kind of like I felt like I needed it. Like I needed this win to, like, even though I knew I was content with whatever, like I was telling myself I was going to be content with whatever happens. But it's just like I know whatever is meant to be is meant to be. Like God's plan for me is what it is. Like I've done everything. I've done all of the things that I need to do. And then, if it doesn't work out my way, then it's okay. Man, God has better things planned for me.
I'm glad she meant that, because I'm from Memphis. When somebody say they got a piece and they name Thug, I think they got that burner. No. She said she got a piece. Yeah. I'm like, where's she going with this?
Well, I mean, I guess if things get crazy.
So who's Thug Rose who's your hit out on next? Who you liking? Who you liking, Rose? Come on.
I like Aaron Blanchfield. I think. I know that I don't know if Alexa and Valentina are going to fight or not, or if it's going to be Manon. I know that Manon, she deserves to be, I think, next. I guess depending on that, it's basically number 3 is right next to her, so which is Aaron Blanchfield. And she also called me out as well. She likes that fight, and I would say it would be awesome if they're doing Madison Square Garden in November. I'd love to fight there.
Yeah, fuck that, Rose. You're Rose, Thug Rose. You get the fuck what you get whatever you want. And it doesn't really matter. You can jump any line you want. Well, you call it, you take it.
Yeah,
and you're a manager too?
No.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying if something happens and they need somebody to step in, I'll be ready to do that. It would be nice to have a little bit more time to just kind of. I had a couple of partial tears in my shoulder, not this last fight, but like leading into the fight before that. And so I started this training camp off with physical therapy, and basically, it still kind of hurts a little bit in my right shoulder, but it's almost 100%.
You haven't went out to Colombia got stem cells yet?
No, I got stem cells from Dr. Camila in Texas.
Oh my God!
I'm afraid of Colombia.
You scared? Why? You should go to Bio Celebrate. They the best.
Yeah, but
we all go out there.
I like being in the States.
You like being in the States?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they got out there.
We've over the years we've gotten offered to go to Colombia a few times, and
you guys just not ready yet.
It's not. Don't know what nothing is, man. We don't.
Yeah.
I trust these
We watch
guys.
too many movies.
Yeah. I'm sure it's fine, but I don't know.
Rampage don't care about movies. He goes to Colombia for
I just
the
know that there's
girl accelerator. The accelerator.
stupid.
No, I don't go there for the girls.
I didn't say
I
that.
don't. That's what you're trying to insinuate.
No, you go there to
He's
buy
trying to
an
put it-
accelerator.
It's American-owned company.
Yeah.
but
I
understand
mean,
what
I'm
you're
sure.
saying.
I mean, because I know that there's so many different types of products out there. So I don't, I just go with somebody that I know and trust. But I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of other great stuff out there too.
Yeah, too many conspiracy theories, and then so we end up just don't.
Yeah.
These stem cells are coming.
I
from
held
unborn
off from
babies
getting
and
it.
fallopian
Oh yeah,
tubes.
you know what? I believe that America tell a lot of lies, so we don't do stuff. We get
Right.
scared about stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it's best to do your own research.
True.
So,
Yeah.
I like that. One thing a lot of people have been talking about is it seems as you moved up in weight, your strength, weightlifting is obviously playing a role. Your striking was phenomenal, but you had a lot of power. We saw eyelash fly across the cage. So, so one thing I want to know is, did you change up a lot of your weightlifting or a lot of your training for striking? Because it seems like the striking was at an all-time high.
Yeah. I would say, I mean, the weightlifting is kind of similar as it always has been. I think it's just maybe a little bit more emphasis on the beginning of camp. But I would say, I don't know. Wait, what would you say? It's different.
I would say what's different with her striking.
I'm more like forward,
in this
right?
last fight versus the previous two was the first fight with Manon. She breaks her finger in the first round.
Oh, wow.
So she only had the one hand. And then the fight with Amanda Hebus, both of her shoulders were torn. Like all training camp, she kept complaining about her shoulders.
You fought with both shoulders there?
Yeah, the labrum
so
in this
her
one, and
labrum
then my rotator cuff.
So
yeah.
we found that out after the fight. But before the fight, leading up to it, she was complaining about her shoulders, and I'm, shut up, put some eyes on it.
And I think that was from putting. Yeah, he be doing that sometimes.
He's a hard-nosed coach.
It kind of depends. Like, I would say so. Like, I remember when I rematched Tisha. Like, I don't know, I forgot what year it was, but like I was like coughing a lot. I had like I was cold. I had a cold or something. And I had an infection in my tooth too, and he was just like, stop making that up. He was like, no, you're fine or something. And I was like coughing after the fight for like a whole month. He's like, oh wait, you're really sick.
Oh shit! You weren't
Like,
joking.
oh, sorry.
My bad.
No, but
man, you know how it is in fighting, man. Sometimes
you do gotta kind of just
you need
turn it
someone
off
there to
sometimes.
sometimes tell you whether something's real or not, and that's just. I think that's what I do a lot. Is that yes, you're not feeling well, but in the shoulder scenario, it was like you're not. Your shoulders are fine. Just ice it, stretch, put something on it. We couldn't because you don't want to go and find out you have a partial tear. Now your arm doesn't work at all. So
Yeah.
after the fight, when they said that she had 2 tears in her shoulder, all the healing, all the this and that. This last fight, she walked in all the way ready.
Healthy.
No injuries, no nothing.
Yeah.
So you're able to see what she's capable of doing when she's all the way. Now, I know also in fighting, we're never all the way.
Right.
I mean, you're never 100%.
Never.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You're never 100%, but you're the best that you can be for that day. And that was the best that she could be on that day without any ailments.
I think also too, I really focus on like making sure I'm on like my back foot is like always like there's just like little technical things that I've been like focusing on where I can constantly like I'm not on my back heel at all anymore. And then I don't know, just trying to think like just keeping my forehead pointed a little bit more,
It's
as
a
opposed to
unique
kind of
detail.
like because some people are like more I
Lean
guess
backwards
back
a
foot
little
heavy.
bit.
Some people more forward and more forward.
Yeah. And I think it's also just the realization and belief of what she's capable of doing now. I mean, if you'd asked 2 fights ago, Rose may not even tell you that she's been the world champ a few times. Like she, you know what I mean? It's always starting from the beginning. So it's always able to build. That's why you're always able to keep that little level of fear and anxiety against the opponent. You know what I mean? She's able to start that all like we're approaching fighting almost from the beginning, like running through it again, huh?
The beginner's mindset.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
Luke, you talked a lot about when you were training, you had Habib, you had, DC, you had Cain Velasquez, and that the gym would kind of have to push each other, but everybody was battling injury. How does a camp kind of put together if you're ready or not for a fight? Is that the coach? Is that the trainer? Is that you? Who is that, like, that main responsibility on?
I think everyone operates differently for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, it's some people know they can work through certain injuries, and some people will I mean, it'll be in their head, and it's best for the coach or someone or them to step in. It goes either way, really.
Yeah. Sometimes it can feel you. Yeah.
Sometimes I mean, you can have you can feel all the way ready, but then someone whose job is to watch from the outside can tell you that you're not. Mm-hmm. But then also you can also not feel ready, and then someone from the outside is telling you, yeah, you are, but you don't feel it. So it's both ways.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel after these 3 fights at flyweight that you're kind of comfortable? You're gonna stay here?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that. Like, I definitely do. Yeah.
When you heard she was cutting her hair, were you thinking that she was going to get your same hairstyle?
That would have been.
We were wondering.
We were waiting for that.
Yeah, I had no idea.
So it would have been the battle of the cuts for sure.
Right.
Yeah. If she would have did that, I'd been like, oh, she ready.
But like, how much can that? How much weight can that hair be?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Depends on if it's wet.
Yeah, exactly. Like if it's wet, maybe, but I don't know.
Not a half a pound. Not the amount. If she would have taken all of it off, maybe.
Yeah.
But not the little ponytail.
I've seen wrestlers like shave their head and bust their nose so they bleed to make weight. I've seen it.
Bleed out?
Yeah. I've
Bleed out to make weight?
Yeah, I've seen it all.
Crazy. That's
I've seen
too
it all
much.
in college. I've seen it all.
Wow, that's
Man.
crazy.
Shave their head,
Yeah, the
shave their
wrestlers,
head,
they're
and
different.
Boom, hit himself, make him
crazy.
bleed. I learned how to spit. I used to spit off like.
I learned how to spit, cut weight.
You making fun of me, Luke?
He said, I learned how to spit.
I learned how to spit.
And he went like this.
When did you
No, I
learn?
didn't do that.
When did you learn how to spit?
In college, they put,
You learned how to-
you chew a bunch of gum.
Wait.
You chew a bunch of gum.
You learned how to
You
spit
get
in
a-
college?
Yeah, you get a. Oh, you thinking dirty? Oh my God!
What do you do in
Not
college?
Luke. You spit off the weight. You put a napkin in the cup. You chew a bunch of gum, and you spit. You can spit off like 5 pounds if you got enough time. You can spit off 5 pounds.
No,
Let me see.
I've
Let me see
actually,
spit.
yeah.
Have you ever spit the cup?
Yeah, I
weight?
tried to.
Thank you.
Do this,
And
but
does
I
it
learned that
actually
in high
help?
school. Yeah, I did a little bit of
I
wrestling.
did-
Hold on,
I
Pat's
had
saying
to
it
cut
helps.
weight.
Yeah.
I had to cut weight in high school. But
Yeah.
in college, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
a cup of spit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of
it
crazy.
Imagine a cup of spit. You could get
You get a lot
Yeah,
of weight
you
off. Yeah. You never had to spit the cut weight.
You never did
Yeah,
that?
but I never put a napkin in it. I would do it in high school.
Well,
high
you
school
nasty.
wrestling.
You
High
nasty.
school wrestling with Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, you nasty, man. You put a napkin so it don't look.
I
all,
just
you know.
trained hard, so I never was off weight. That was the easiest way to do
You
it.
never wrestle.
Yeah.
You're not like us.
I didn't say I was.
You're not one of us. You're
But
not a
I've
wrestler.
never-
Did you wrestle? You wrestled as well.
I was on the bowling team.
You were on the bowling team?
Bowling team captain.
So you didn't
captain.
wrestle in high school?
Captain. Bowling
When
team.
did you become a fighter?
I was 23 and I was in a sociology class in LSU.
LSU in Louisiana.
Yeah, I started
You went to
kick-
LSU?
Yeah, I started kickboxing as a hobby.
No way.
Yeah. 6 months into it, I had my first fight. 6 months of training. The next 6 months, I was 23-3, turned pro after my first year. And then that's how it all took off.
How old were you when you first turned pro?
24 and a half or something.
And then how many fights did you have amateur before you went pro?
26.
Damn.
26 amateur fights?
I used to fight in tournaments. So
Oh,
it'd be
wow.
like 4 fights
So
in
you're
one
just
day.
racking up fights every night?
Yeah, yeah.
Grand Prix style.
Yeah.
Wow. So you was bowling in college?
No, in high school.
Say, how old were you when you got your first perfect game? That's what we want.
Bruh, never.
You never got 3?
Bro, I went to an all boys, all black high school that just happened to have a bowling team. So
Louisiana.
there was no practice,
heard of
no
that
team. We just everybody go bowl on Wednesday versus different schools. So it
Oh,
was,
They did
intramural.
other sports.
yeah,
though.
I was
Oh, it wasn't even a real team. It was intramural.
captain.
Oh, no.
What weight you wrestled in high school?
I think I was like 125 or
125?
130. Yeah,
Bruh.
so I can't really remember, but I think I was 125.
Well, how many years did you wrestle?
Just one,
Oh.
and barely like the full season because I had a job at the same time too. So I was like, yeah. And then and I went to a performance arts high school where our sports kind of sucked, so we always had to like go to other schools to do sports. So it was like way on the other side of town. So it was a little challenging.
I
But
bet
I
you couldn't
really
even take her down.
No, not a chance. I would, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, when I was telling them about Jackson, I was like, oh, I want to do a podcast. I want to get you on. I want you to be one of our first guests. She would have killed me then. She would kill me now, even worse. Joaquin Buckley came in here last week. He broke my rib.
oh dang
Yeah, dislocated my retinas. Broke
No,
my nose.
you gotta
Yeah,
go to the doctor.
Hey, he tooled me up.
Whenever he get punched, hit, it's broken. So
yeah. it's
Oh,
just,
come on.
every time.
Oh, come on. I'm
Every-
not like you. He just stands there and lets people hit him and then he kills them. I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't do all that. He got a unique fighting style. He's like, I want to see how powerful they are first. I go, that's crazy to me.
No, he said I was doing the Mike Perry.
Oh, hey, no. Hey, listen, can I just say one thing? I know this is a unique subject here, but Mike Perry losing to Jake Paul. Did anybody watch that fight?
Yeah.
I ended up missing it, but he was watching it. Yeah.
I watched it.
What'd you think?
He was too small. He was too small for Jake Paul, and he didn't work on his defense.
I thought he was still going to get him, though.
Me too, but
You did?
He didn't work on
I
his
don't
defense.
know. I was always impressed with
Jake
Mike
didn't
Perry,
look
but-
good. It's not like Jake looked good out there. He just fought a smaller guy and he fought him in his element. And it was just like, it's different. When I fought Mike, I went down into his element. I lost 20 pounds to get to him. Jake put on 20 pounds. He continually doesn't fight anybody in his own realm who's not a senior citizen. It's like, if he's going to fight a guy his own size, like who the closest to that was Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva's in his 50s.
Yeah. I mean, and I
Now
think
he
the
wants
gloves
Mike
really
Tyson.
do make a difference. Like that bare knuckle is just totally different, I think.
He's getting better though.
Different.
Yeah.
He's getting better.
He's the more time goes by that everyone's you're only fighting guys small. He's getting better as time goes on.
Getting
He's
his
getting better.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting better.
He's getting better. People forget that he's a YouTuber that's boxing. So you got to give him credit for that. But at the same time, I don't like to see him beating up on smaller guys.
No, definitely not.
And, and guys that don't train boxing 100% of the time, it's just not the same. But this guy over here, he was wearing a Jake Paul shirt, made me mad. He be glazing Jake Paul.
Oh, no.
Glazing him.
Glazing's the word you want to use?
That's the word I've used.
Were you at Krispy Kreme this morning and you want to let something off it? What?
Wow.
What? You want to say
Was
something?
that a fat joke?
No, I don't know. You're talking about glazed donuts. You come in here talking about snacks.
Yeah, you bringing up Jake Paul. Like, we talk about MMA. You bringing up Jake Paul.
I was just wondering because everybody wants to know if Luke would be able to beat him in a boxing competition.
Luke will embarrass Jake Paul in a boxing match. We all know
Wow,
that.
that's a good co-host. He's got your back for once.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
So Luke Rockhold versus Jake Paul. Is this the fight everybody wants to see now?
That's the fight I want to see now.
They're both the same height. They're both the same weight. They both are experienced
He's
boxers.
He got to be taller than Jake.
Taller and I'm longer than Jake. He knows that.
Longer in which way, Luke?
Hey, come on.
You're like looking Rampage's eyes when you say that.
Oh, come on.
One thing you mentioned is that you want to see the BMF title brought to the women's division.
Oh, I mean, I was kind of joking, but
Talk to me about that. Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking, but I mean, that would be kind of cool. We're probably not ready for it right this second, but it could happen.
I mean,
I was
you're
just
a world champion.
I was just wanting to see Joanna come back.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
yeah.
as your co-host for the BMF title, you and Joanna?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool.
You want to do it again?
Yeah, but I don't know. That'd just be for fun. Like honestly, I'm more concerned. I want to become 2 division champ.
I think a lot of people would, your opinion holds a lot of weight when you talk about the BMF belt, especially being a champion and with your pedigree. I think that would be an amazing first women's BMF belt, especially with Thug Rose being the name.
Yeah,
that would be an incredible fight.
That'd be cool.
I wouldn't joke. I get a little serious about that. That might be a nice little payday.
Yeah, man.
He got a little. He said, "Okay."
I do feel like go ahead. Sorry. I do feel like the BMF belt, like that's the only problem with the BMF belt is I feel like it comes with like a certain type of aura to it where it's like, I don't know. I just feel like it would derail my course to becoming a 2 division champion. Like I feel like if they were to do that, then it'd be a lot harder to do that. I think for some reason I don't know why. I don't know, spiritually or something.
If you wouldn't be the best in the world. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be the best fighter
but you get all
on
the
earth
stuff with it that comes with it.
If it's a BMF title, but world title is just carries more weight. You know, it just carries more. I think a BMF is something.
BMF got the hype behind it, so you get you actually almost get more like attention and stuff with that. I think from what I've seen, yeah.
Do you think like the Max Holloway Gaethje fight, for example, that was a world caliber?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that's a BMF fight.
Yeah, that was a BMF fight.
Yeah, that's hard to and that's another thing too when you talk about bringing obviously that's why I was joking because to top that or to even that's tough. That whole fight was pretty insane.
And not just
for women
not
to do it,
just the end, the entire fight. That's 2 BMFs right there. That's the entire fight, not just the way it ended.
Do it affect your rankings if you lose a.
That's the crazy thing about that fight.
Yeah.
That fight was 2 guys on the verge of title shots on both sides. Gaethje lost his opportunity to become what he wanted more than anything, which was the true champion. Mm-hmm. And I know he wanted that piece, and he was right there on that thing. And so it's stepping back from where he's at now. It's gonna be tough. Yeah. Max risked everything. I mean, he put it online and he earned it. Now he's got his real title with no more hype than you could ever imagine. But it's like it's just special.
It is special. And now it's like, like what everybody's saying. It's like it started out as kind of a gimmicky thing, and now it's like it's a real gimmick. It's real, you know. So I think it would take something special for it to be, you know, it would take something really special for it to be like for females to come and do that. But yeah,
let's make it fair. Let's make it fair.
Like Joanna coming back and fighting you at 125, maybe 130, just make it interesting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right. Something crazy, yeah.
Bruh, I love Joanna. I mean, just as the fighter, the character that she brought to the table, everything, like her whole persona, that was like that. That's cool. That's a warrior right there, man.
There's no other BMF title I want to see in the girls division.
No,
there you go.
There's nothing else that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, she'd have to fight Cyborg.
Yeah. Let's go.
That would be a crazy fight.
She'd have to fight Cyborg, man.
Gabby Garcia.
Yeah.
What about Macy Barber? You originally had the fight scheduled, number 4 flyweight. Is that still a fight that you want to solidify maybe the chances at getting the title?
No, I mean, she's not feeling too well, so I don't know. I was just a little disappointed, you know, and I hope that she's actually okay, you know, but
it was weird that she was sitting front row at the fight.
That was a little weird too, yeah.
Explain that to me.
She was sitting front row at the fight, like
at the fight she was supposed to be fighting
that she was supposed to be fighting at. Like she was
like,
sitting,
what was up with that?
But she wasn't sitting front row, not feeling well. She was sitting front row, like having a great time. She looked completely fine.
Was she drinking and shit?
Don't know.
Was she turning up?
You're Thug Rose, man. You get in the girls' heads. I would imagine that girl looked up to you for years. I mean, she's like, you probably idolized you, and you got in her head. I mean, you
said it.
To be.
I said, well, I'm glad someone said it, not me.
Yeah.
I mean,
obviously,
she's a great fighter, though, so you can't take anything away. But do you feel like these opportunities for them with your name? I mean, you are one of the most iconic women UFC fighters. So, I mean, without a doubt. So I think that does play a big role in these people taking fights against you.
100%. With her, it's like I was really impressed with, because I have some experience with her when she was younger, and she definitely grew a lot since then. So I was really impressed with her ability to put her win streak together that she did, and her skills, and just the way she fights. Was always, you know, pretty impressed with her, and so that's why I wanted to fight her originally. And then, you know, when she pulled out, it was like, dang. And then especially like just some of the stuff that we know about, like I wouldn't, you know, talk about it here, but you know, it's just kind of like, you know, like I just have my own thoughts about it. And so I would like to see her earn that opportunity with me now, because I mean, like I said, like I hope that she's actually okay and she's not like, I mean, because when we talk about health issues, like that's very serious, but I want to see her earn that opportunity, because I feel like she kind of blew that. So
was she pregnant?
Dude, that's what I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
That's a valid excuse if that's the truth.
Yeah, well, and if she is, then congratulations. I don't know.
Show me.
No,
Is it
who
yours
knows? I don't know. She says.
Show me the.
I read her post and I didn't really understand. Like I don't know. Like there was a lot of stuff going on, obviously.
And she wasn't drinking, and she also said she was looking, you know, good. She might not want people to know that, you know, she probably.
She looked good, so I don't know. I mean,
she probably had that pregnant glow.
Yo, you used to be a detective.
Hey, I be detecting
Sherlock Rampage Jackson.
You didn't know that about me?
I didn't know. I would never imagine you could be a detective. You put like 3 together at one time, you made it 4. That's crazy to me. What?
Sometimes it'd be like backhand compliment.
How is that a backhand compliment? I didn't hit you. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
How is that a backhand compliment? I didn't know you could put it together that quickly.
See, that's kind of like a backhand compliment. You
Is that a backhand compliment?
You trying to low key call me slow.
That's what Luke said about you running. I would never say that about you.
I'm very intelligent.
I tell everybody you're one of the smartest guys I know.
I'm just not book smart.
He just picks his.
Yeah.
I'm very intelligent. He's not book smart.
You just pick and choose when you want to be smart, though. Like he always he be protected.
He just lets people think that he's not smart.
Oh, wow.
So he's actually really smart.
You learn more that way.
Oh, nice.
Speaking of earning shots, what do you think about Shevchenko coming back for a 3rd fight? Do you think she earned it? Do you want to fight her after that body triangle?
Yeah, right.
I mean, who would you and who would you rather fight, Grasso or Shevchenko for the title?
I mean, they both be whoever wins. Like obviously, I've always looked up to Valentina. She training with her for so long gave me the confidence to, go in there and fight Joanna and like, beat her and stuff. So I really always just like owe that to her. And then, I don't know, just her career.
You'll fight her?
I would fight her, but only if we're like both taken care of, you know what I mean? Because I do value our relationship to a certain degree, as far as like, obviously, she's got her career, I've got mine, but we're both martial artists. And so I know that it's all about who's the best, right? We want to test ourselves.
Have you ever fought a friend before?
I fought Tisha, twice actually, and still trained with her. After that. So
you guys still trained after you fought?
Yeah.
Her and Raquel live in Colorado Springs.
Yeah,
we've gotten a lot of work.
So I've helped her with fights. And,
wow.
Do you pay her to spar with you, or y'all just help each other out?
No, we just help each other out. Yeah. So it's been a while since I sparred with Tisha as of recently, obviously, because I'm at 125 now. So I was training with Raquel for this last one, and that was pretty awesome.
After you fought her, do you feel any animosity when you training with her? You feel like anything from her side or anything?
So, and that's the thing is, I feel like no, I don't feel no animosity at all. I think it's just, she even told me after, like, because she beat me the first time, I beat her the second time, and then after the second time she, we fought, she was like, man, you just like knew everything I was gonna do, or whatever. I forgot exactly what she said, but it was like, man, you just like. She just complimented me on my adjustments that I made, and so and then there's times where we're so, I think it's such a small world in MMA sometimes, and I feel like when you're at that top level, there's certain days you come into training and you're not feeling your best, and somebody might get the best of you, but the fight's totally different. It's just, it kind of depends, and then some days you kind of beat them up too.
You see a rubber match in the future between you and her, or what? Is she?
No, because she's at 115, and she's actually kind of small for 115 right now. She got a little smaller, so I don't see her moving up either. Oh, okay. Anything's possible.
You never fought a friend?
Yeah. I fought Kevin Randeman. Him and I was friends, but we wasn't like.
Yeah,
we was cool. We wasn't like super buddies, but we was cool. We was really cool.
Yeah.
Who else? Dan Henderson. Man, I used to help him train for his fights.
Yeah.
I think it's just like a different type of a friendship. Like, you're not like, you're not, it's just,
I was closer to Dan Henderson because I've helped him train and stuff for his fights before, but he never come down and help me train for my damn fights.
Damn, it's like that? Yeah. But you asked him to come train with you?
No, you know what? I've never, I don't think I've
ever asked him. You can't say it like that.
Well, I'm just saying.
Hindo don't leave Temecula unless it's for like a boat party.
No, I don't think I ever asked him to come help me train.
What about you, Pat? You ever fought someone during your career that you were friends with or training partners with?
Yeah, those are
cool.
Just some guy named Chris from 20 years ago. Just like I've fought people that I know, people that I've trained with. Those are the best fights. I think it's the best fights, man. Yeah, it's just the level. I don't know about you all, but I get nervous before a fight, and especially when I'm fighting some fucking guy named Blade. You know what I mean? I'd rather fight my younger brother, Drew. You know what I mean? Than just the level of anxiety and nervousness of not knowing what's in head. Like what? But that's also the fight game. I guess that's why I did, however I did in my career. Be like that mental shit killed me.
Yeah,
oh, for real,
bro. I worried all the time, always. Worried all the time.
You don't look like you're worried out there.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, once
Even when you fought a guy like Czech Congo.
Hey, pull the Czech Congo video.
I knew it. That's what we do. I knew that's what we did. I knew that's what we did.
Listen, that's my bros. I was staying away from them.
Nah, man, that's what we doing here. I know. Let's talk about it.
Video the UFC has ever seen. Pull it up.
Oh no,
Czech Congo versus Pat Barry. Pull it up real quick.
Hey, don't do our guests like that.
He said Blade. He called Czech Congo Blade. He called Czech Congo Blade. Come on, now he laughs.
Now I get it.
Yeah, come on. You know what's going on here.
No, hey, you're right. Hey, Uriah Hall look more like Blade than Czech.
Oh, don't play him like that. Hey, Loco, pull it up real quick.
No, don't pull that shit up. Don't put.
It's one of the greatest videos of all time.
I knew that's what the fuck we doing here. Y'all like, we want to come talk to Rose. Yeah, right. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about it.
Why would you bring this up?
Let's talk about it, man.
So nice the whole time.
Why you bringing it up?
Let's talk about it.
So I want to talk about it.
Ask
Hold on, we're
away.
watching it. Here we go. This is Pat Barry versus Czech Congo. First of all, the fact that you dropped him with one overhand right.
Shit, man.
You jump on top of him,
man.
and then you destroy him with 13 to 15 rights.
Okay, I got a story for you after this.
I can't wait. So this is the first round. Okay, Czech Congo's done.
You motherfucker.
Then he falls again. This is the third time he falls. Now you overhand him. Okay, now you line him up again.
How many times you watch this one?
Bruh,
I get cinnamon toast crunch.
Bruh.
Why you doing our guests like that?
Damn.
Sometimes you like just eat this one.
Hey man, I get tagged in this video every day.
Hey, turn it off,
the
Loco. What's wrong with
Every
you?
day.
Comes up
Every day.
10
And
years
I
ago,
would
this
also,
Czech Congo's
Like,
wig was
stop.
split in half. He falls down like the London Towers.
bruh, I would also like you to know that I think that this fight, the anniversary of this fight, is probably 5 times a year. Like 5 times a year. It's like, oh man, 10 years ago today, and 2 weeks later, 10 years ago today. You remember? I wanted a T-shirt I just want a T-shirt that says, "I'm the other guy in that video."
Maybe hundreds of millions of
Bro,
views
it's
this video.
considered the most viral MMA UFC video ever.
Yep, man, I'm in it.
Dang.
No, but you destroyed Czech Congo
Did
for
I?
half of it.
Did I?
I think this was I'm just thinking back to like there was a bunch of stuff. I think you weren't really training with the small gloves at that time, huh?
No, man, I didn't know what the fuck I
I
was
feel
doing.
like you just block like this, and then it just went.
So, all right. So I'll tell you my version. My version of this fight.
Let's hear him.
My version of this fight. I'll tell you. The memory that I have goes all the way up to where Joe Rogan asked me my first question after the fight. Right. Yeah. None of that shit happened. Like I have a clear memory. No, this is one of the few fights I wasn't worried about. Like this, I told you I'm nervous before. This one I wasn't worried about. Wasn't worried about. Just in my head, I was like, I know exactly how to beat this guy. So we go out. He throws an inside low kick, which I block on his ankle, and then when I blocked it, I looked at him and was like, "Ooh." Then he backs up and throws this really hard body kick, which I blocked high with a knee right on his ankle, and then stared at him again like, "Oh," because I know that hurts. He comes forward, knock him down with the first punch. Realize quickly I've never done ground and pound in my life. I think I hit him in the shoulders like 50 times right there. Go ahead, hit play. Good, play it through, man. That's all shoulder shots. None of them hit him in the head. Nothing. Armpits. I'm punching everything else. He gets back up. Bang, dead. Right now, is this or did Dan already do it? Because he puts his hand on my back.
Kind of like half stops it.
And then right here, pause that shot. No, don't fucking go to that part. But right there, as he's backing up towards the cage, and as I'm walking towards him with this, I'm about to send a message to the heavyweight division. And when he throws his right hook, I block the hook and I kill him with an overhand right. Right? Block the hook.
Yep.
Yeah. Kill him with an overhand right.
Yep.
Flex on top of him. I'm a monster. Walk around the cage. Then they let everybody in. They gave me the water. And we get all the way to the point of Joe Rogan asking, "All right, Pat HD Barry." And when he puts the mic in my face, all of a sudden his face changed to someone else's face. And I realized I was laying on my back. So I went all the way through knocking him out, storming around.
Are you serious?
Bruh, I have a clear memory of Joe Rogan saying, "Pat HD Barry." And when he puts the mic in my face, his face just changed. I've never been knocked out before. I've not only never been knocked out, but I had never been dropped. I had not practiced, never. And yeah, I woke up on the ground. And you know how doctors, UFC fighters get knocked out and they try to get up and doctors start holding you down and holding you down. Now that makes total sense because I was on the ground looking up and when his face came clear, it was like, "Oh shit, did he knock me out?" And the guy's like, yeah. But I was fine. And as I start sitting up, they holding you down and pushing you back. And that's fucking annoying.
Yeah, it is.
That's fucking annoying.
It
bruh.
is.
But just trying to get up and bruh, it was, and ever since.
Brother, I know exactly how you feel. When I got knocked out for the first time, Vanderlei, the most embarrassing knockout in MMA history, hanging on the ropes like this.
Yeah. Yeah, that was rough.
And yeah,
that was rough.
Every year, and they
Don't you dare!
they tag me in that shit too. All the Brazilians.
Every year.
Wait, they send it to you?
Oh yeah, the Brazilians, they tag me in that shit. It's in my DMs
all the time.
If I even say anything about Vanderlei on my Instagram, it's in my DMs
nonstop.
But I mean, you dropped him and killed him twice. That's got to be one of the craziest fights I've ever seen.
I'm up 2-1, I think. You know what I mean? Maybe. But yeah, that was first time for everything. When he threw the right hook and I went to block, as I blocked it, he punched right in between that knuckle.
Oh, wow.
That knuckle caught right in between that doof and was like, uh-oh, doof. But I remember finishing him with the right hand, flexing, walking around, gave me some water. The coaches got in the ring. We walked up to the middle, had my bad AG Barry. And I go to start talking. And right as I go to start talking, his face changed to someone else's face I'd never seen before. And that's when I started coming back.
Bro, I remember biting my nails in that fight because I can't remember if I was in his corner or I was up top doing commentary.
Yeah.
Because, you know, me and Congo like brothers. He's like sparring partners. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The referee could have stopped it at any time.
There's a moment where Dan Margliotta, he leans over me and he touches my back and then both hands. Pop. So when he did both hands,
you can't stop the
that's why I was like, oh, he's still standing. I'm about to tiger uppercut. Here comes, and it never happened.
Were you training with Congo for that fight?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah. I can't remember if I was in his corner or not.
I don't think you were in his corner, but you were there.
I was up top. They was interviewing me or something during the fight.
I saw you with him during the week.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How was Congo for that fight? Was he scared?
No, man, Congo, if he was scared, we would never know. He don't never show his emotions.
Really?
Or anything. Congo gets injured and he won't even tell nobody. He fights with injuries that most people will pull out and go get surgery.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Congo's a beast like that.
He's a beast like that.
I like him. I saw him training in here. Was that the same fight during the camp that he threw feces at you guys?
What?
No.
Or you threw feces at him?
No, that's not true.
Or you guys went in the bathroom and then he tried to...
No, that's not true. That's not.
Did something like that happen?
Yeah, Rampage used to break in on him when he's taking a shit, and then
No, that's not
heard
true.
a story.
Congo would regularly throw.
I don't remember that story.
Throws poop at Rampage.
No, we used to prank each other, but I don't remember. No, you know what happened? Okay, you know what happened?
There's
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
No, there's always a truth
It was no feces. What was it? I didn't get hit with no feces. No, but what happened? Congo is he's like a real neat freak, real clean, person. He takes like 2 hour showers and he put lotion on everything but his feet. I don't understand that. His feet be coming out, look like he be kicking.
Gotta have grip on it.
Yeah, he be kicking flour bags and shit like that. His feet be that ass. And one time he put some old French cheese in my shoes, and I packed my shoes in England. Come home, my new shoes smell like fucking feet and ass. Yeah. It was bad. So next time training camp, after training, I teabag his pillow, and I got a picture of him like. Nestling up on his bed, and that's how the war started between me and him.
Yeah,
okay.
And then he told Bear a lie, like he was throwing feces like a gorilla in the zoo, and Barrett believes it. He ain't.
Should I FaceTime him right now?
Go ahead. He ain't gonna pick up. No.
So you broke in on him,
bro.
you broke in on him taking a shit in the bathroom.
Yeah, this is when I walk
He
out.
was wiped up.
He's the worst.
He wiped up and died.
No, that never happened. He don't throw no feces.
As long as you didn't play with feces, I'm cool. But don't be playing with feces, Rampage. Make us all look
do
bad.
I look like a type of guy to play with some damn feces? Do I look like a shit eater?
I told you not to bring this up. I told you that.
Hey, he's the worst, bro. Hey, how about we all walk out?
Yeah, we're
let's
about
just
to. We're about to. Listen, one thing I want to know as we get ready to wrap this up, since Rampage is about to lose his cool.
Yeah.
How is the balance of training camp like after a fight? Now you guys don't have, a fight locked in, and now you guys get to relax, and there's like a personal relationship, but you still want to stay in camp, but you're eating and doing things. How do you guys balance that? Because I'm sure a lot of people want to know, especially training wise.
So for me, it's like
it ain't none of y'all business.
I just take care of all the stuff that I like put off during training camp, like just like I don't know, adulting things and whatnot, and then but like I said before, I'm enjoying this a lot more, like just the lifestyle and whatnot, and so and like I said, my spirituality is just like. It's really changed everything. So I'm not like, I used to like after a fight, just kind of be like, all right. And then just like relax and then just, drink a bunch or do whatever and like do all kinds of stuff. And now it's just like, I don't I don't need to do that anymore. And I'm just back to training. It's like, I enjoy just, the clean lifestyle and stuff. So it's just kind of like, obviously wait till, I guess this whole past week, my sleeping schedule was all crazy, but I'm going to get right back to training.
Yeah.
Do you guys go on vacations after the fights?
Nope.
Y'all do no vacation?
Nope.
I mean, we kind of, I want to go on like a little bit of like go into the mountains and like to go a little hiking or something, but not really.
Yeah, we don't do shit.
Y'all don't do shit? I usually like to go on vacations after.
Yeah, where'd you like to go?
I used to like to go to a place like Hawaii or something like that.
Yeah, we've been there.
I've always tried to figure out how does anyone after a fight go get on a boat somewhere and go party somewhere, bro. But that's also
so
myself.
tired.
After a fight, I'm worn out, and especially like say if this one, where the fight was in Denver, we fought Saturday night, got to the hotel at midnight. By 2 a.m., we were back home.
Yeah.
So
the same day,
bro. We're back home watching the fight, and
because the fight was in Denver.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
It was so cool.
5 hours,
Like,
5 hours ago, you were on TV in front of the whole planet, putting on one hell of a performance, and now we're just at home making coffee.
My grandma like whipped up some food for us. And it was great. She woke up.
The whole team went back to the house, and the grandmother made breakfast for everybody at like 2 a.m.
That's so cool.
It was cool.
Great,
yeah.
bro.
So that's a cool dynamic though, because a lot of people don't get to enjoy the moment. Not even just in fighting, in business too. We go through life so fast, we don't get a chance to just.
We're so in a rush. I forgot who said this. We're in a rush to get somewhere all the time.
This is why I'm having so much fun in this part of my career, even though my fighting is over. Now that we're on the Rose show, I'm getting the opportunity to relive and enjoy all the things that I missed during fighting. Like I never went to the after parties. I just fight, go home, like all of the things that come along with it. Getting to know all the cameramen, shaking hands with everybody, stopping to take pictures with people left and right. Like all of that stuff now, I'm getting the opportunity to actually see it and go through it versus
be stressed out the whole time.
Yeah, strung out throughout my entire career.
Makes sense.
I got one last question because I've heard stories about this before. You being a fighter and a woman, have you ever had like swollen black eyes after a fight and people think he did it?
Of course, all the time.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've heard stories about that
before a fight.
They look
in
at
training
him
camp,
so
like,
bad.
Has people come up and said
In
something
training,
to you?
of
Bro,
course,
we get all. So this has happened so much where we'll go places and she'll have a black eye or a bruise on her cheek or something, some scratch across the forehead. We'll be places and you can see when they come down and they sit next to whoever the waiter or waitress is, and they're like, "Oh no, what happened to your face?" And then Rose will reply, "He hit me."
Good one. Good one.
Pat's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, this is my boo. Hey, you go gay real quick. On that one.
We just go with it. They what happened to your face? And she'll say, "He hit me," and they look at me, and I say, "Well, she didn't block it. What am I supposed to do?" Like she didn't block it, man. But then when it's the other way around, when I've got the black eye. And we go somewhere and they say, "What happened to your face?" And I say, "She hit me." She starts getting free dessert.
The word is so sexist. So sexist.
Men can be abused too.
Yeah.
We've had opportunities where we're together and people will walk up to her and ask her, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Like we've been on runs before where she's on a run, I'm on a bike, and they'll have cars pull up next to her.
Like, hey, this guy's following
This
you.
guy on his bike is following you. Are you all right?
Like,
You know what I mean? Like
I want him to follow me.
I get the looks. I get the funny looks everywhere we go.
You know why I asked you that? Because when I first moved here, and I moved here with a girlfriend I met in college, and we broke up. She left. Then the next girlfriend I got had a birthmark over her face.
Oh wow!
So it looked like a bruge.
Oh,
so I got embarrassed after I didn't pay attention to it. But after going
You're like,
with it,
why is it so weird?
Yeah, and I look like and everybody thought it was me.
It's all the time.
Yeah, I used to be like,
Bro, you're still jacked.
I'm still jacked.
Hey, you still look good, Rampage. I know we bully you sometimes, but you still look good.
I still look.
Nah, I'm kidding. So listen, one thing. Nah, I'm kidding. You are pretty good right now. Yeah. This is the best we've seen him, and we want to keep it this way because he's got a massive fight coming up. We don't want to announce it yet.
It's not signed.
It's not signed yet. We're not going to announce it, but I'm going to tell you guys who it is. So he's going to be fighting, but it won't say
it's not signed. I'm not announcing shit till I get it signed.
But he's doing a big fight, and it's going to be massive. We're not going to announce it, but we're going to say who it's with, right?
We can say I'm trying to fight Rashad Evans.
And we're going to say what organization?
No. It's not signed.
It's not signed, so we're not going to say what it is.
I'm not doing that shit no more.
No, we ain't doing all that.
Ain't that right?
No, yeah. We ain't doing anything till it's signed.
Till it's signed.
We
I
ain't
ain't
doing
announced
anything
shit till
till
it's signed.
Yeah, it's the number one organization in the world.
You see, he got a big mouth, huh? You can't tell him no secrets.
Yeah, don't tell him nothing.
Don't tell
me nothing. But I definitely know he's gonna kill someone in that thing. So I feel bad for whoever is gonna fight him because he's got a lot of testosterone built up.
We said the name.
Who?
You said it already.
Who's the name? Who you fighting?
Wait,
Rashad Evans? Oh, so we can announce it.
No, it's not signed.
We just said it.
No, I can say that.
Wait, I'm so confused.
No, I'm not. You talking about the promotion and all this?
Oh no, we don't need to talk about them.
Okay.
Yeah. But let's move on. Last thing I got before we let you go. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for coming on here. I know I've been bugging you for about a year.
Yeah.
I texted him the week before the fight. He's like, no. I was like, all right, my bad. I was just trying to sneak it in here. No, but the podcast's been exploding. You're the number one most requested guest. We definitely wanted you to come on here. And I want to say that in terms of what you've done for fighting for women, the iconicness, the way you've able to brand yourself as Thug Rose, the level of striking and competition, the way you fight, obviously with your camp and your coach, everything you've done is phenomenal. And your path to where you're going now, we see this new division and the way you're just going to be destroying people in it. I mean, this is a complete another chapter in your career. So I'm excited to watch you go out there and dominate. So is Rampage. Yeah. So is Luke.
Thank you.
We were out here. We were very, very honored to have you on here.
Yeah, we're huge. We're huge fans of you. I'm still a huge fan, even though I found out that you don't actually rob people.
Dang it.
I'm still a fan.
All right, well, you and me, we got to go.
She's like, me and you got to go rob a store one time.
Yeah, let's rob one of Bear's stores.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he don't need it.
Oh, God. I'd have to worry about her. You'd be light work. Yeah. But
Bear just ordered another Rolls Royce.
Dude, just stop. He's lying. Yeah, he's trying to be funny. What's wrong with this guy? Funny guy.
What color you get?
Gel in his hair and look at him. Thinks he's Ryan Gosling.
What color you get? He's white. He don't want to talk about that.
But
what color you get?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah. You got to chill out, Luke. You be lying. People don't like a liar. So last thing I got for you before we let you go, we've seen what you've done. We know that you want the belt. Is there things that you want to accomplish outside of the UFC, like acting, modeling? Are there brands that you've been working with? Like, just give me a little insight into the life outside of MMA and UFC before you go.
I used to want to do that, but not no more. I mean, I always wanted to be a farmer when I was a little girl, so that's something that I want to buy some land, and I want to start working towards that and build an earthship and yeah.
Build a what?
An
earthship?
An earthship. It's like a self-sustaining home. It's something I've been following for a very long time.
Wait, what is that?
It's like it's basically like a home that's built out of like tires and like just a bunch of different things, and it's like, and it has it. I don't know. You kind of have to go check it out. It's like it basically recycles its own water. It has like your own like you can have like banana trees inside of there, and like I don't know. It's kind of crazy. You got to watch the thing called. There's a documentary called Garbage Warriors. And it kind of goes into all the details. But we went to Indonesia to build one time, and that was pretty crazy.
Would you get animals on your farm? Will you have that in your earthship?
They'll be outside.
Oh, they'll be outside. Oh, it's not big enough to have animals inside?
I mean, I wouldn't want the animals inside.
like a cat or something, or a squirrel or something?
No, I'm talking about goat, sheep.
Yeah, no, I would definitely love to have some goats. Actually, when I went to go visit Ronda Rousey like a few years ago, she had some goats, and I was like, dang, I want to have some goats. Yeah, they're cool.
Ronda Rousey has a bunch of goats on her property?
Yeah, we went and walked her goats one time. That was awesome.
I can see you in overalls now,
bruh.
Pat, so you want goats too?
I have to.
It's the Rose Show, baby.
I'm a beekeeper now, and like I do all this
stuff.
Beekeeper? Yeah, I'm a beekeeper.
You own bees?
I do.
And do they produce your own honey?
Yeah, I mean, this is its the first year with these ones, so I probably won't get any this year, but I mean I could, but yeah.
Bro, we have crops.
Wait, yeah, so where did all this come
everything.
From? Like
I've always wanted to be a farmer since I was a little girl. I mean, so I'm Lithuanian, so like it's really, I mean, beekeeping is very, I guess, synonymous with Lithuanian culture, but also just living off the land and stuff like that. So that's always been something. And then when I was growing up, we always had like little tomato garden and like little, strawberries, and we made strawberry rhubarb pie all the time. So it tastes so much better when you grow it yourself. And I've always wanted to.
What religion is that?
It's Puerto Rico.
It's like it's a country.
What is South America?
Rampage, they're not Asian out there. Don't
Europe, Eastern Europe.
Yes, next to Ukraine and all that stuff. Yeah.
So you wear like the whole bee outfit, the whole come out there with
I do, yeah. Actually, I got stung for the first time like this past Friday. Yeah, on my thumb.
She talking about getting stung by a bee. She fights in the UFC.
Hey, but I heard you live longer if you keep bees. You get stung by them sometimes.
That's what I hear. Like their vibrations. And and everything. Yeah.
So are you super into all this too?
Yeah, I have to. Yeah. This is all.
Are you vegan?
Huh?
Are you vegan or anything?
No, I mean I'm vegan whenever fucking she says I'm a vegan. I'm on. It's the Rose Show. Bro. All the way.
No, we eat meat though. We eat.
Nah, man, we eat everything. I tell you this. I at 45 now, I've come to accept years ago that I don't really like anything. I can just sit in this chair all day, bro, and not do a fucking thing. I don't have to go anywhere. I have to do nothing. So it's whatever she's interested in, I'm interested in now. Because if it's up to me, we're just gonna be sitting here doing nothing. Like I have no interest in anything.
Do you still like training?
For myself or training
for
other
yourself?
People? For myself?
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Hitting bags?
No, never. Not. No, that's even further away.
Running?
Never, not once, not one time. I can deadlift 500 one time, put it down. I'm good for the month. You know what I mean? I just haven't been doing anything for myself, and it's because when I start doing things for myself, I find out quickly how far away I am from what I need to be. I can do. If you're 130 pounds, I'm good. I'm very skilled and talented. If you're a strawweight, flyweight girl, but like when it comes to myself doing things for myself, my time's done, bro. It's over with for me. I mean, it's all whatever Rose is doing and whatever Rose needs in order to be the best version of herself. I have no interest in anything else.
So when you get your farm and you get your animals and your mothership, what is it called?
Earth ship.
Earth.
Okay.
Earth. Not a spaceship. He thinks this is Will Smith.
If you ever go to
yeah.
If you're ever in New Mexico, there's a place, Taos, New Mexico, and they have like a whole community. It's kind of crazy. It looks like Star Wars over there. Like,
see, I was on the right path.
Yeah, it's kind of like.
What were you gonna ask?
Well, they have like a bunch of Earth ships out there.
Yeah, when you get all that stuff, I want you guys to invite us back so we can shoot the video of us coming and seeing your animals.
Rampage want to milk the cows.
Yeah, I want to milk the cows and play with the goats and stuff.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right,
listen, I love it. I want to say thank you again for coming on the JAXXON podcast. And Pat, that was phenomenal performance that you guys just had. Obviously, you fought the fight. So we got to thank you and congratulate on that. Luke, thanks for showing up back from Turkey and Dubai and all of the above. Rampage, it's always good to see you here. Nice of you to show up on time and be as professional as possible. With that being said, it's the JAXXON podcast. Leave a comment. Let us know who you guys want to see next. And most of all, we thank you guys for the support. We're almost at our 1 year anniversary. August 8th will be 1 year of the JAXXON podcast. So big round of applause and thank you to Rampage for coming on here and building one of the best MMA shows. We appreciate you. Yeah. And Luke, always good to see you, back on homeland, safe and sound. Yeah. We're out. JAXXON podcast. That's it.